do you mean I have to go to probate? I have an original will. This question gets asked all the time. Hi, I'm Darren Findling of the Probate Pro, and let's take a look at why people have to go to probate and what is probate. First, let's start with what is probate. Probate is the process of administering somebody's financial life after they have died. It is governed by the probate court, meaning the probate court has jurisdiction over probate-related issues. Each county has its own probate court, but not everyone needs to go to probate court. If you die with no assets, there's really no need to go to probate unless there's some particular circumstance. In addition, the only assets that flow through probate or go through the probate process are assets owned by the person that died. We call that person the decedent, and they had no named beneficiary and no joint owner. If there's a named beneficiary of an account, let's, for example, a life insurance account, or if there's a joint account holder, let's, for example, use a bank account. Those assets do not go through probate. They generally are going to be distributed pursuant to the contract, the insurance contract or the bank contract that provides that the joint account holder has survivorship rights, or in the life insurance context, the named beneficiary has beneficiary rights. Those assets do not flow through probate. On the other hand, if somebody owns an asset or assets in their individual name with no joint account holder and no beneficiary, the asset must flow through this probate process. But what about a will? Well, some people have wills. I've seen national surveys that say that 40 or 50% of all people have wills. I think that that is just factually incorrect. I think it's much, much, much lower than that. But if you do have a will, the will is the playbook. It's the guidebook that provides the instructions on how the estate assets are going to flow pursuant to the probate process. So it's really the will and the state statutes together that are going to dictate things like who is going to be appointed personal representative, who gets the respective shares of the person that died. For example, the will may nominate somebody as personal representative, and the will very likely is going to say that upon my death, I distribute my assets to the following people in the following shares or in the following amounts. So if the will is admitted to probate, the will is going to be followed. The distributive pattern set forth in the will be used through the probate process. But the mere existence of the will does not give somebody legal authority to act until a letter of authority is issued by the probate court. So the most common question we get asked is, somebody died, I have the will, can I start acting? And the answer is absolutely not. You can start acting by hiring a skilled, competent probate lawyer or by going to the probate court to begin the probate process, but you do not have any authority because the will has simply nominated you. Now, it is a nomination only. The legal authority is granted through the probate court, and really the golden ticket you're trying to get through the probate court is called a letter of authority. That sets forth your rights and responsibilities as set forth under the probate code for acting as personal representative. Then you get to administer the estate. So simply having a will is not enough, because you can imagine one person may have a will from 1 year and another may have a will from another year, and it is the probate court that ultimately decides which will is the last will and testament, and which will be governed or will be admitted to the probate court and will govern the administration of the estate. So we strongly urge people that following the death to work with a skilled, competent probate practitioner to guide you through the probate process. It's not simple, it's not intuitive. At the Probate Pro, we are passionate about everything probate. If you have questions about the probate process, a will, a trust, any probate-related issue, visit us at theprobatepro.com or call us at 1-833-PROBATE.